Alright guys, Adam here with Whisker Fisherman TV. Now this past week, Maryland, Frederick County especially it seems like my little area has just been drenched in rain, and I do mean we've had some floods, guys. We've had a lot of roads that are still shut down, where the water has literally just washed the road out of the road and into a field. The river, honestly, I'm probably not going to mess with it because it's just dangerous. I'm not going to drown over a fish. I've thought about it. But I'm just probably going to stay away from the river this week. It's Sunday now, so maybe the middle of next week I'll make it down there. For now, obviously I got a lot of stuff around the house I can do, but what I want to do right now for you guys is show you that when you have weather like this, it's really good for night crawlers, guys. I've pulled well over 200 this week, and that was probably, if you added all the time up, an hour, maybe an hour and a half. I doubt it, but maybe an hour and a half. Basically all you gotta do is walk out in the fields and find them, which is what I'm about to show you. I'm not going to pull too many today. I'm going to pull 18. That's about $4 at Walmart. I just want to show you guys how easy it is to save yourself $4 or $5. Now, the best way to do that is what I'm doing, which is I pulled a couple hundred worms. I put them in a bucket. I have a mini fridge that I keep them in. And you just change the dirt out. Coffee grounds and newspapers, just like your grandpop used to tell you, and that works fine. And then you don't have to buy them, and then you don't have to worry about it. If I want to take and put 10 worms on my line while I'm catfishing, then I will. I can still break them up into thirds while I'm bait fishing, but it opens it up for me to use them as more of a catfish bait, which usually they're just too expensive. I'm not trying to spend $4 to cast 3 times and probably have bluegill and everything else eat my bait anyway. I find if I put a good chunk of 4 or 5 worms on there, a lot of times the smaller fish will stay away a little bit more. It's not to say they won't hit it, but it just helps. Alright, but we're going to walk over here in this field behind me. I've got a coffee can. I'm just going to pull about 18 worms and see how quick we can do it in, guys. Alright guys, so what you're going to want to look for is just where the water's kind of washed everything down. Base of a hill usually works pretty good. Now earlier in the week, all I had to do was walk out into these ripples. You can see some of my track. And we've got a lot of dead ones laying out. You can see they just were laying right in these ripples. I mean, there's probably 5 or 6 of them around me, but those are all dead. I don't want those. What you're gonna do is find you a spot with some vegetation that's kind of washed up on it, just like this. Guys, so I just kicked over just this little area in front of me, and that got me 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. These are pretty good sized worms too, guys. These aren't they're every bit as big as the ones you're gonna get buying them at the store. Obviously you can pick the smaller ones if you want them. Right now, because they're so plentiful, I'm just picking the big guys. There's a nice good sized guy. So 2 of them. You can see, guys, I think these guys are actually mating or something. That's kind of weird. If you're not sure if they're alive or dead, throw them on the ground. Now, what it looks like to me, one of these is alive and one of these is dead. I don't want the dead ones. Alright, so we got 1, 2, puts us About 8. I'm not going to make you guys watch me pick every worm. It's a little gross. What I'm trying to show you, we've been out here 5 minutes. I'll get back to you when I have my 18. It shouldn't take long. And there you have it, guys. It was 20 earthworms. I know I said I was going for 18, but oh, what the heck. Alright guys, there you have it. You can make that out. I'm not sure you want to. They are nasty. Creepy, I guess. Creepy. They're night crawlers. They're weird. Yeah, 10 minutes if it was that. There's 20 of them in here. I mean, that's less time than it would have taken me to go to the store and buy them. Like say, it's not going to work every year. It's not something you really plan on, which makes it a little hard. You kind of have to wait for the weather to cooperate with you. But guys, when it does, that's a lot of money that you can save. Like I say, I've got worms for the rest of the year now. It's nothing for me to go through a can of worms twice a week. That's $8 a week, guys, for 3 or 4 months. That adds up. A couple $100, and I saved it for free. All I did was walk out in the field with a coffee can. If you don't have a field right around you, you have a smaller yard, it's pretty much the same thing. Instead of lifting the vegetation, you pull trash cans, pull an old log, your lawnmower. If you really want to get into it, you could even put a tarp or a trash bag on a little section of yard and just walk out, pull a few. But this is definitely the easiest way. I won't say it's the best way, but it doesn't require anything. You don't have to use walnuts or dish soap or these, I don't even know what they're called, worm tasers, I guess. I don't know, guys. I'd rather buy them if I'm going to go through all that. But when you can get them like this, get them. And I mean it, guys, get them, because worms are probably the best all-purpose bait that you can get. Everything loves worms. I don't have to tell you guys that. And that's the video for today. Like I say, click subscribe. I think what's the other one? Comment below. And that's probably what I'm supposed to say. That's it, guys. That's the end of the video.